Unless you've been living under a rock, odds are you've at least heard about Bitcoin. With prices skyrocketing in recent months, numbers like $20,000 have piqued the interest of even the least tech-savvy individuals. You've probably had an older relative ask you what the heck is going on with the magic internet money. In this video, we're not going to get bogged down with all the technical details. There are plenty of other excellent videos for that already, some of which you can find linked in the description. Instead, use this video as a kind of jumping off point, a place to start your adventures in the world of crypto, and consider whether it's something you should be invested in. Let's start with the biggest question for most people: what is it? To answer that, we'll start with a little history. Back in 2008, an anonymous figure going by the name Satoshi Nakamoto announced the release of his invention, a decentralized peer-to-peer digital cash system. This was the beginning of Bitcoin. Satoshi had seen numerous centralized digital currency projects fail, and by opting for a peer-to-peer system, he managed to create the very first cryptocurrency. Instead of relying on banks to keep transactions honest and prevent double spending, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin rely on what's called the blockchain. On the blockchain, everyone sending and receiving money has access to a public ledger, basically a list of global transactions in order to make sure future transactions aren't an attempt to spend money that isn't there. It sounds weird and techy, but it's actually pretty simple. Imagine you're at a party and you're betting on a game. No one brought cash, so you all decide to keep track of bets on your own individual sheets of paper. After each round, everyone compares their records. With so many copies of transactions, any discrepancies would be obvious, and everyone is kept honest. For example, if Steve says, "I only bet $5 that round," everyone else could check their records and either verify or challenge that claim. That's the blockchain in a nutshell. This system circumvents the need for a central bank, allowing truly peer-to-peer transactions and minimal transaction fees. Okay, but what's a Bitcoin, or Litecoin, or Ether? And why are there so many different currencies? Here's the technical definition. A cryptocurrency is a digital medium of exchange created and stored electronically in the blockchain using encryption techniques to control the creation of monetary units and verify the transfer of funds. It has no intrinsic value, no physical form, and its supply is not determined by a central bank. Think of the actual coins like your online bank account. You see credit and debit transactions and your current balance. You can take a debit card to the store and buy something. You don't need to have physical cash, the bank verifies you have the money to spend, and you get your product. Bitcoin is the same way, except instead of a bank approving the transaction, it's the blockchain. And just like you measure foreign currencies against your country's currency, other coins are usually measured against Bitcoin, and you can exchange them for one another just like traditional currencies. As for why there are so many different cryptos, or coins, typically each one represents a new technology in development, and when you buy some amount of any given crypto, you're supporting that technology. For example, when you buy Tron coins, you're supporting that team's goal of creating a blockchain-based free content entertainment system that enables users to publish and store data. When you buy Electroneum, you support the goal of making cryptocurrency more accessible to the average smartphone user, and the people who don't want to get in over their heads with mining and all the technical stuff. Each coin serves a purpose, and many people choose to invest in the technology that they'd like to see become mainstream. Of course, many other people just see the dollar signs, and that's okay too. There are plenty of stories of early adopters buying Bitcoin when it was dirt cheap and are now multimillionaires. The cryptocurrency market is booming, and people are flooding in trying to find the next coin to explode. An interesting aspect of the crypto boom is that investors are mostly young, rather than the older demographic which typically has more disposable income to risk. Trends indicate that this is well on its way to changing, with many expecting a surge of new investors from all walks of life within the next year. So, the big question: should you invest in cryptocurrency? Well, that's a question you'll have to answer yourself, but here are some tips. Number 1. Don't make any investments thinking you'll be a millionaire in a year. You could be, if you invest enough and wisely, but you could also lose it all. The crypto market is incredibly volatile, often compared to the stock market on fast forward, as currency values experience huge swings on daily or weekly timeframes. Number 2. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. If $10 in a promising coin is all you can afford, just invest the $10. You can buy tiny fractions of coins. You don't need to spend tens of thousands in order to get in on Bitcoin. Number 3. Do your research. Don't just go in blindly. Find the white paper for each coin you like and read it. Understand what you're investing in. You'd be amazed how many people just throw money into coins without knowing what they're for. Okay, so you decide to jump in. What are the first steps? You'll need accounts on a few sites. Coinbase is a good place to start, though it does have relatively high transaction fees. It's a very easy way to buy a few of the biggest coins, namely Bitcoin and Ethereum. But wait, what if I don't want Bitcoin? Don't worry, you can exchange your Bitcoin for whatever coins you like. Next, you'll want to bookmark CoinMarketCap to keep track of coin prices and only buy when the price is right. The next step is to make an account on an exchange like Binance, Kraken, or Cryptopia. Not all coins are available on all exchanges, so you may want to set up an account on several. On these sites, you can set your exchange pair, for example, Bitcoin to XRP. But before you buy your coins, you'll want to download a wallet for whatever currency you choose. There are various mobile apps to store some currencies, but many smaller coins require a specific wallet for the time being. To stick with the Ripple example, you can download RipX Wallet and set up your account. Follow the instructions very carefully. You don't want your information to get lost and lose access to your coins. Once you've got your wallet set up, you can exchange your Bitcoin and deposit your new coins into your wallet. There are slight differences between how you buy different coins, and ways to dodge transaction fees, but there are plenty of excellent tutorials on those subjects, which I'll provide in the description, along with links to all the sites mentioned over the course of this video. The world of cryptocurrency is fascinating and exciting, and there will be lots of world-changing new technologies and plenty of new millionaires made in the coming decade if the boom is truly just beginning. As with anything involving money, be careful, do your research, and know why you're investing. There are great communities on Reddit dedicated to different coins and crypto as a whole, so make sure you drop in and learn from the pros. If you do decide to invest, let me know your top picks in the comments below. Who knows, maybe we'll all pick the right coin that turns out to be Bitcoin 2.0. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to support the channel, and click the little bell to be notified every time I release a new video. You can watch my previous video by clicking here, or if you're really bored, you can binge watch all my content by clicking here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.